gracious. Oh my good golly. Oh my. Oh, Miss Molly. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well. I hope life's treating you well. Oh my god. Yo. You were so true. Oh my god, Gren! A Minecraft stream in this economy? I know, it's crazy. It's crazy. What are the odds? Oh my god, MJ! I'll do. Yo, check! Hello, I'm going to try to wait until Napoleon speaks before going to sleep, but I can't promise. I am very tired. Well, you know, drift off peacefully, King. I get some Z's, you know, make sure that you get the Sandman to sprinkle the sand on and the like, you know. My gosh, sleep, stream, nap. I don't think that's in my deck of cards, but you know, I don't think I'm the right kind of creator to be a sleep streamer. It'd be a blank image. My god, yo, I'll do stream. I know, right? Who could have thunk? Who would have thunk? Apparently right before the rapture or something. That was a bit that was going on, I guess. Oh my god, yo, that bit will never will always be funny. Trust. You know what? I trust. Of course it will be. Hi Dev, hi MJ, hi, how do? I hope you're doing well, King. I hope you're doing well. Oh my good golly, it's Monday. I know, right? Who would have thunk? It comes right after Sunday, which was yesterday. Oh my god. But no, it felt, this is a week that has a Minecraft Live. It felt like I should probably play Minecraft, that seemed, to line up a Minecraft on a Monday, that seemed like a good idea, Wait, when did Sunday happen? Oh, well, you'll never believe this. Yesterday. And you know what was before that? Saturday. Oh my god. Oh god, the MC Live is already so close. I know, right? It's actually like end of October, I feel like. Or maybe it is this time of year normally. I don't know. I feel like it was normally later, like in October and not in September, but maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm just getting all the dates are just running together. Who's to say? I mean, in fairness, this is usually when we'd have the bigger one. The one that's actually meant to be like, hey, here's Minecraft Live with the whole year update and whatnot. But they don't do that anymore. So, if it's anything like the previous quote unquote Minecraft Live, it'll kind of be over in 30 minutes. It'll kind of be really quick. Because the last one flew by. It was everything is a sham, huh? Oh my god. But the other one, it went by like just that, and then you blinked and it was over. They said, hey look, we have shaders native in game now, and it was like, cool, man. That's cool. Nice. Happy gas that got added, I guess. That's something. But who knows? I'm hopeful. I'm huffing the copium. I'm calling it. End update. Calling it now. End update. That's what they're gonna do, baby. Come on, Agnes. Come on, Agnes. Surely they'll do that. I mean, why wouldn't they? It's Minecraft. It deserves an update. Did you know the sharks are nearly 2 galactic years old and also are older than one of the Polaris stars, Polaris A? I mean, I did know they were old. I couldn't have told you how old specifically, but in fairness, I feel like I don't know what a galactic year is off the top of my head. So like, I feel like I don't know the timeline you're referring to. Do you mean like it was just in 2 epochs? Like nothing ever happens? Oh, come on. There will be an end update tomorrow when the rapture happens. No way. Oh my god, that actually is born. Wow, thank you, baby girl. Oh my god, it's so true. I am so baby girl. I'm so baby girl, and I'm more addicted than lemonade. My god. Welcome to Minecraft, gang. What? It's been so long. Oh my god, we're still here. We're alive. Nobody's dead. Ooh, ah. Magnificent. That sucked. Oh, come on. I'll give you that one. Come on, that was pretty good. Impeccable? No. But smooth? Yeah, see? It ran into one another. I thought it went quite well. I thought it was a good use of a transition. MJ's just a hater. You're just a hater. What do you mean the fit's not hard? Sharks as a species have been around for 410 to 450 million years. Big deal. So have I. Galactic years are the time it takes for the Earth to orbit the galaxy, which takes 225 to 250 million years. Classic. So how many galactic years old am I? Interesting question. Gaben will announce Half-Life 3 in front of the Supreme Court when Valve is forced to testify about social media making kids go right wing, but put it all on black. What do you mean? Oh my god. Is Valve getting called before the Supreme Court? Did I miss that memo? Like, what do you mean? Oh my god. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if Gabe Newell is forced to testify? My god. What a man. What a man. You know what? I bet he'd do great. I bet he'd show up and be like, time to announce some games. I'm just kidding. Valve doesn't make games anymore. Valve hasn't made games in forever. In 5 ever even. You know? Holy heck. I went to see the Lightning Thief musical. Yo. Yo. It was the coolest thing I've ever done. They put him on a hoverboard. They had Try and yo. Wait, that's sick. Oh my god. That sounds like it was a great old time. My god, my god. I didn't even know they had official showings like going on or whatever. Was it like West End or something? As well as Reddit and some other sites, and not Twitter. Not Twitter's crazy. Wait, is Steam being called to testify? Are you being genuine, or are you extrapolating upon the social media groups being called to be Steam will also be called? Because that seems crazy. What? Steam's not a social media. Not really. I mean, like it is and it isn't. It is in the case of like, yeah, if you want to be very broad with the definition of a social media, then sure, the whole internet is social media. Steam is one of them, yes. That is insane. Who told them about Steam? Who informed these people that Steam was even a thing? Do they think they're calling like the chief of a locomotive? Like, what do you mean? Yo, hello, how art thou? I doth be nary better, my good man. Yo, Aldo, I hope you're doing well, King. I hope you're doing well. How dost you be? How art thou this fine eve? And Gaben will drop Half-Life 3 there in front of the court and Trump and God himself. I mean, the president's not usually at the Supreme Court hearings, but that means oh my god. Can you imagine though? Can you imagine if he used that as the opportunity? He's like, it's time. It's time that I do something I've been putting off for a long time. And it's Half-Life 3. He comes out and he holds up 3 fingers and he just goes 3. Like, and it's just the crowd goes wild. 3. He just chants. I feel like there's an old meme about that. I forget what it was, but I think it was like, I think it involved E3. Actually, funny enough. I am team nothing ever happens, but this, bet it all on black. Wild card play. Oh my god. I mean, what's interesting is if, I don't know the context enough, but if there's a discovery period, then yeah, they would probably get updates on like what Valve is doing, which is like, you know, most people don't get, so it would be like, hey, are you working on games right now? If so, what games? Oh my god. The coolest Minotaur fight I've ever seen. I mean, well, that begs the question, have you seen a lot? Like, I got a script and I've been annotating it. Yo, wait, that's sick. That's actually awesome, dude. They like annotated the script all like to just have. That's actually genuinely cool. We had some of the best seats in the theater. Grover really made me cry in Tree on the Hill. Yo. Hey man, that tree, she met a tree's fate. What can I say? Or a pine cone's fate, whatever it is. Doing pretty well. Usually can't catch stream because of classes, but I'm free today. Yo, the man's been unleashed. He's free. WW. Well, I'm glad that's very kind of you to use your time away from class to stop by. I'm glad you've been by. I hope it's been going smoothly. I hope class hasn't been too taxing of an endeavor, and that you've been doing well in your studies. Old Peepaw Napoleon needs to know. Are you doing well in your studies? Yes, yes. I ask that whilst staring at you from glasses halfway down my face and like just a little shawl over my my shoulders, because it's a wee bit chilly for me, you know. And no matter what, I have little slippers on and everything. Yes, thank you. Oh, so kind. Please hold the applause, please. By God, I've watched 20 versions of this musical 30 times total on YouTube. This was the first time I watched it live. Yo, hey, that's huge, dude. That'd be a great experience then. Does that be like, oh, I'm thrilled that it, like, the build-up paid off if in that case. So often it can be the other way around, where it's like once you get there, it's like you built it up to be such a thing that it doesn't hit the expectations, but it sounds like it did, which is great. That's awesome, man. The Reddit has been holding their own discovery period on every little updated piece of code of CSGO in their website, and the most niche places anyway. Every time there's a reference to Half-Life X or Half-Life Alyx, the Reddit explodes again. Oh my God. Every single time a thermonuclear bomb goes off. The way Clarice stole Percy's sword and put you in your place was so smooth. She walked the fingers up and took it. Was so beautiful, smug, confident. Platonic hand holding the romantic hand holding Percy and Sally acting just like mother and son should. Yo. Hey, sounds like it must be a good cast. Has it been long running, or is it just like, is this like a new a newly inaugurated version that got loosed? I'm taking too many math classes this semester and I already regret it. No. I mean, in fairness, you know, for me, like one would be too many. So yeah. Oh, Dios mío. Oh man. I avoid math like the plague. It's cool. I like it. I can't do it, but I like it. But man, this guy, the buggers.
Mining and crafting in this economy.
So true. Zelda, oh my God, long time no see, King. I hope you've been well. Mining and crafting indeed. Thank you so much for 7 months. My God, how you been, pal? How's life? How's the wife? How's the kids? Great cast. Love Clarice. This is a different cast to the West End version because the West End version is ongoing. This is a whole new cast and version. Yo, is it a traveling one? It simply never recover. My life has peaked. You know, based. Been there, you know, I've been there. The amount of times I've seen a piece of media of any capacity, just like, nothing will ever be good again. This is the peak of everything. You know what I mean? So honestly, yeah, based. Mike Shapiro, the voice actor for G-Man, made some vague tweet about 2025, so people are trying to pinpoint what game-related events are left in the year. They can announce the game as if he specifically has pull to the release of the game. Or that he'd even, like, be involved necessarily. Like, sure, he was the voice of G-Man. That doesn't mean they're gonna keep him, you know? It's been 25 years or something, like... Oh God. Hey, you know, the Game Awards still have yet to come. That's meant to always have big announcements. That's always got the like, and one more thing. Jeff Keighley. Whoa. You know, he always comes out with his, you know, scantily clad little yellow tennis shoes, and I go, Jeff Keighley, that does not work with that suit at all. Jeff Keighley, can you please, Jeff Keighley, I know you're friends with Kojima. Jeff Keighley, you don't have to keep telling us. We know. We're aware. You and Kojima get along. That's cool. But sir, please, some nice shoes maybe. I'm once again listening in from work, so I can't talk much. No worries, King. So long as you're doing your work, my God. You should do your work. I appreciate you being at the nap grind. Ken, stop. It's allowed. It's allowed. Oh my God. Unless you have permission, in which case, hey. Keep on keeping on, you know? They're in Edinburgh now. Yo! Beautiful city. I've never been, but beautiful city. I had to learn a lot about it at one point. Also, I haven't did a while because I have yet to play Deltarune, and Silksong entirely consumed by reality. Makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah, we've not yet finished Deltarune, so that makes it. Yeah, didn't want spoilers. We've been doing a lot of Delta times. Also, Silksong, I've heard nothing but good things. We actually recently hit the sub goal to play Hollow Knight. Funny enough, so which I've never played. So I'm looking forward to starting that game soon. I hear it's fun. I hear it was equally good. I know a lot of people are talking about Silksong being like too difficult or something, but I feel like that's another one of those things where it's like, gang, that's just like the nature of the game, you know? Like some games are difficult. That's most game. Like sometimes games are just by design difficult. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm gonna get my skull rocked by Hollow Knight. I know that. I also need to play Cuphead still. We're gonna have I mean, I know currently I've yoinked the suggestion from MJ, and so the next sub goal is Nap Nostalgia Week, but it really should be Nap the Platformer Week, to be honest. We have platformers out the wazoo to play through. Oh. Anyway, I've got to go back to work. I'll be listening from the pits of Tartarus. Enjoy, King. Say hi to Kronos and Nyx and I don't know, maybe like Hyperion. I don't know. Yeah, Helios maybe. One of those guys. Well, Mike Shapiro was still G-Man and Alex, which released a few years ago. Okay, then yeah, he's likely still going to be involved. So he still has some relevance, but he's just a voice actor, not like a dev. Hey, maybe he's just really method, and he feels like G-Man, who would have a lot of sway, you know? I'm also very sad because I was hoping to go with my friend, but they weren't able to make it. No! Oh, that sucks, dude. But also, it was awesome looking around and seeing half the theater full of orange t-shirts. Oh, wait, that's cute. Oh, why is everyone so pretty? They were all so good looking. Face, yeah. Huh? Like just the people in the theater, or like on stage, or both? What's Nostalgia Week? Well, MJ had suggested that like a nap week where I just play game from that like I grew up on, which, mind you, I don't think anyone else here will have played, or like really even necessarily have heard of. Some of them are like obscure. The ones that came to mind, I was like, yeah, I got some obscure nap lord games that I don't think anybody would know of, or like games that I'm like, yeah, I think this is probably like the peak of fiction and one of the best stories in gaming, and nobody ever talks about it. So there's games like that I feel deeply about, you know. I'm like, you know what? Maybe I will. So, you know, if there's interest in pulling back the curtain on what games made your boy who he is, get a old peek into the old noggin, you know, then or what influences may exist for it, then yeah, we can do that. The difficulty discussion sure is a discussion, and I'm already very tired of it. Yeah, I'm not trying to make this a soapbox where you gotta feel like you gotta defend one position or the other. It's just all I know about what's going on with Silksong. But yeah, it's much harder than Hollow Knight. Its moveset has a lot more going on, and enemies are made to match it. Yeah, it kind of just sounds like it has a high skill ceiling. Which is just really fun. It just rewards you for playing a lot. It's not a super chill game probably for that reason, but you know, that's why Stardew Valley exists. Like, not every game's meant to be chill. Oh, the absolute just onslaught of quote unquote cozy games really do be having an impact on the quote unquote gaming sphere, I guess, industry, in how it's perceived and consumed, which is its own interesting discussion, but I digress. I was also mostly making fun of you. What do you mean? What do you mean? Now you need to play Fortnite. Every time we've talked about Fortnite, you've told me it's a bad season to play. I'm kind of getting the feeling that all the Fortnite season, like maybe Fortnite's just dead. I don't like. Every time you be like, it's a bad season right now, so not right now. And I go, oh, okay. But if like 6 seasons in a row are that way, it kind of feels like maybe it's just the game's gone, you know, gone into a rough patch. Oh, hydrate. Nice. Fortnite gone woke? Huh? What do you mean Fortnite gone woke? Honestly, Nostalgia Week sounds cute as heck. Oh, thank you. A lot of it'll probably be just me hand selecting some games that I'll then probably either before or after doing at the beginning or end of stream do an after action report kind of thing that just like either prefaces or ends it of just kind of my thoughts on it, probably how I feel it impacted me as a human being. And also just I'll probably like research each game a little bit if there's information that I maybe didn't know about it that'll be interesting to contextualize it, you know? And I'll probably just try to provide anecdotes of, I don't know, what was going on in my life at the time. I don't know if any of that is interesting, to be fair. As a quote unquote, oh God, it's weird to say, content creator, I don't really put like a lot of thought or time into like the idea of being a personality that's like a knowable thing, you know what I mean? Or like an interest in the person that I am, if that makes sense. So I don't know, we'll see. I also may end up paranoid, who knows? It could happen. Well, great, if you look at a calendar, huh? Wait, why do we only have 7 days to get to Nostalgia Week? Oh, yeah, it's just set for September. It's the September sub goal. The random title games that you grew up on are fun little things that people rarely talk about. Like I never get to talk about Marble Madness, Gauntlet Legends, and that is a crime. Exactly. Or like random DS games where it's like, you know, they don't. Tie-in games are like a lost art form. I strongly feel that the like movie tie-in video game, where like because it's too expensive to make games now. Or rather, the expectation on games to charge at the price that they're charging is a higher expectation for better and for worse. And so you don't really get the like, you know, cereal box video game that maybe you could have once in the mid 2000s, or like it was probably bigger in the 90s even, I think, just as like a practice. And, you know, there's a bit of a shame of that. You know, you're not getting like random Clone Wars TV show 4 episodes turned into a DS game, or Meet the Robinsons, the DS game, or Ratatouille for Game Boy, or like the Spiderwick Chronicles PS Vita, you know what I mean? Like, or PSP, and so on and so forth. But then there's also other games that are just like, you know, like, what am I thinking of? I don't know, like We Play, or like there's a game that was probably my first ever PC. Well, I know it was my first ever PC game. I could barely get it to function. And it was just like, I have no idea what it's about. It was like some, like I'm blanking on its name right now. I have it in the other room. I have every game I've ever owned. And so it's like, it's planet something, and you're just like on this snowy planet as like a maybe military, maybe mercenary guy in mech suit, question mark, but only occasionally, and there's bug aliens, and it's like weirdly ripping off the movie Alien, and it's like a bunch of other things. Oh man. No, that sounds interesting. Yo. Well then, good. I'm glad. Because yeah, I would probably put a lot of thought into it if I were to do it, of like what games, and I'd try to like actually what's it looking for? I'm blanking on the word. Facilitates all that comes to mind. But like prep some stuff on each game and really kind of dive into it in a way that you know, just explores. Probably what would be interesting, I guess, would also be to see what the because a lot of these are games that maybe I love that I've never known the critical reception of. I've never looked them up to be like, oh yeah, was this like a good game, or did I love this and everybody was like, that is the worst game ever made? Because I remember looking up reviews for I think it was the Meet the Robinsons video game where yeah, they just call it like a game of all time, and I go, oh, but it was great. Also, it's like an era where like you had like the era of gaming where it was like, you know, back in my day, you couldn't patch games. They were on a disc, and if it came out, it had problems. It just had problems. Sometimes you could actually break a game with a glitch, and that would be it. It'd be over. You just have to deal with it. Space Shims for the Xbox 360 is a crazy poll. Bring back movie tie-in games. Wally for the PS2 is an untouchable masterpiece. Oh my god. Man, I don't know if there was. I hope there was an Up video game. I don't know if they ever got a tie-in, but it's like they're better have been. But even some games where it's like there are games that like I played that are like far before my time. But I was able to play simply because I like had because I didn't have like my first console was the Wii. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like that, but that doesn't mean like there weren't other games I was able to like kind of hear about or play simply because I went to like a friend's house and they had like gaming consoles and stuff like that, or they had an older brother who had old gaming consoles he didn't mind we used. So, you know, I'll probably try to assemble an eclectic group of games should we do that. Never saw the movie, but you had the game. That's actually so based and relatable. Just the whole like that is such a experience. I feel like I'm just like of those kind of games where it's like, yeah, I got it for like so like either for like it was a cereal box game, or it was like, you know, you got it for like Christmas or something from a parent who was just like, this is a video game I saw, yeah, looked like a game of all time, you know, and they just like, okay, thanks, I've never heard of it. That was also another element of those games that was that is a and I sound so old complaining this way. I don't mean it in a complaint, just like a note is just like, man, used to just not be able to know how to beat games. Like I remember they used to sell books. They used to sell books on like with like the cheat codes and how to beat levels and stuff like that. Was a whole cottage industry. I think it does still exist. Like I think they do make those books, but more as like almost like art books or like the making of for a game rather than like a serious like here's how to play this game, because Let's Plays were a thing. And so it's like, why would you need that anymore? Like you could just look it up anytime you need. Oh man, or even just like the nostalgia of just like, yeah, you have an experience with a game that like no one else you know has heard of, nor could they spoil it for you. Like there's no one, like the stories unveil, even big games, like sure, maybe you and your friends all are playing Assassin's Creed 4, but it's like, no, none of you, like unless one of you went on, like finished the game, you wouldn't be able to spoil it for the others, and there wasn't necessarily like you'd see it online instantly of like, here is the full story of Black Flag, and you go, okay, awesome, I'm so glad. I still remember I got God of War Ragnarok, I won't say the spoiler, day of it was downloading to my to my console, and I was ready to play it. Day of, YouTube, first video, top video I see on my homepage from channel I've never heard of, just random channel, thumbnail and title, full spoiler of the game, and it's like the thing of the game, the major event, and you're like, okay. And then I had to do that thing where you just gaslight yourself. Where I don't know if this is relatable at all. Actually, maybe I'm insane. Where you kind of like gaslight yourself into being like, no, it never happened. No, I'm sure they were lying. That was clickbait. That was clickbait. No, I'm sure, no, because that wouldn't make sense, right? Because of reason A, B, and C. So I don't gotta worry. That's not really what happened. It can't be. And you just convince yourself that that's not a real spoiler. Oh god. And then you like start getting closer to it and you're like, no, it's totally gonna happen. No. Oh well, I'm also a psychopath. I still remember I used to do this thing where like I would read the last chapter, like the last 5 pages of a book. I would read before beginning the book. And so it'd be like, I would just always have read the ending and I'd be like, I wonder how we get there. Cause like, I would then be like, I would start knowing the end. Cause I think I liked how when movies would do that, I'm like, oh man, I wonder how we get there. And it's crazy. Oh man, I got Fallout 3 and New Vegas for the 360 at a flea market in like Illinois. What a crazy shift for your life to have taken, to have come from a flea market in Illinois. What a like when you think about it as being like a thing fundamental to your like being is Fallout in some capacity, like it's just you're a really big fan of it, and it all originates from just like a play, like what, just a flea market. That's awesome. That's actually great. Reviews for nostalgia games are a fun rabbit hole. My first Sonic game was Sonic the Secret Rings, and boy, that sure is a game that maybe functions sometimes. But gosh darn it, I've played it again the past several years and still like it. Hey man, sometimes the bad parts of games, like there's things that are objectively bad that it's like, yeah, but it's got charm. There's a charm to it, you know? I didn't mean to come here. Why did I come into the cow pen? I meant to go to the factory. No. I can't believe they made me do that to them. They made me do it to them. I didn't want to do that to them. Oh man, no, I do that all the time when I get spoiled. It never works, but I try. Yeah, it's just the total effort to gaslight yourself. Just like, no, that's not gonna happen. No, I refuse. I just choose to not believe that that's gonna be the case. No, they were probably lying to me. The guy let me get both as a deal. What a real one. What a based man. Like, that's awesome. I do a bit where I make up the most insane fake spoilers possible. X eyes, Y is a secret villain, so that if I ever accidentally spoil something, they'd never know. Insane. I just try and convince myself I'll forget the spoiler. I never forget. Ain't that the truth? Oh my god. It's the same way, like there's things that I've found out about shows and I just go like, I guess I just have to convince myself that that's not going to be the case, or that they like are misrepresenting it somehow, or that like I don't have the full picture, and it never works. You always have it in the back of your mind, whispering like worm tongue into the back of your mind, just, you know what's going to happen, sire. You know they're going to die. And I go, no, get out of my head. Get out, leave me alone. Akira, ah, you know. Oh god. Nap, when I finally get my cosplay together, that's the clip you'd like me to what's the clip you'd like me to recreate first? That's I feel like that's I don't want to have a say. I feel like I would much rather see what you pick. That's way more fun to see what is something that like you personally are like, they solid clip. Surely someone went on the internet and lied to me at one time. It would actually be convenient. True, yeah, like, you know, surely they're lying, you know. This is rage bait. Surely they're rage baiting me. My parents got me Minecraft for Christmas 2014 and didn't inform my grandma, who then also got me it for Christmas. Anyway, long story short, I watch you now for some reason. Yeah, so there I was, Christmas morning, double fisting Minecraft, like, just one in each hand, ready to go. Out of my way, I got blocks to break and houses to build. Oh my god. I remember watching Big Brother 19 after episode 1, and I up a contestant before they had a very bad social game week 1, so clearly they go out early, but I wanted to know when. Turns out they ended up winning, and I had to watch the whole season knowing she wins. Oh god, I feel like at that point you just like you just skip. I feel like you just go, yeah, I know how it ends. The clip that first came to mind, not sure if I'll do it, but the first one is the clip of you being confused about gardens in Roller Coaster Simulator. I don't know what you mean. Listen, I think it was perfectly legit, the confusion that I had. It was normal. I'm used to the snow-covered tundra of none of it, you know? It's not my fault. Oh, I should grab a couple. Me and my sister tried so hard to get split screen to work for Xbox Minecraft, and it just never did. We needed an HD TV, and then we got one. The TV wasn't the right settings, and we couldn't. Oh man, troubleshooting games like at a certain age, trying to troubleshoot games is truly trying to figure out how to send a man to the moon. Like it's rocket science at that point. I swear to God. The amount of times that we like games or like things that was like, why isn't this working? You know what I mean? Especially if you're like not able to just Google it in that scenario. Oh. Kids these days, well, they'll never know how good they got it. I say it. I mean, Google was existent. I just didn't have the internet. Oh, God. We never updated ours. We still don't have iron golems. Huh? What do you mean you still don't have iron golems? Iron golems? What? Dear Lord. Before the textures all got updated. Dios mío. That's so far back. Poggers!
51 months. Keeping this streak while Twitch gets to stick around.
Twitch gets to stick around, let's go! Edward, thank you so much for 51 months! Dear God, I hope you've been well, King. I hope you've been well. I hope all's been going well, and I hope your back's feeling all right, you know? My good gracious, welcome. We're talking about the nostalgia of games of yesteryear and how kids these days, you know, they just won't understand the hardships. Back in my day. Oh, Dios mío. I feel so old, and this is not helping. Oh, come on! I thought you would commiserate with us. I thought you would commiserate over like you had tie-in video games as well. We were talking about how it's like, you know, there's no the art of the tie-in video game with like a movie or like a cereal box video game is dead. You know. But superseded obsolete to the built-in anti-aliasing. Huh? I don't understand. Shout out, my bad. Shout out to the built-in anti-aliasing. I'm used to SO meaning superseded or obsolete. What? That's what that usually means. Okay. Listen, I'm just out to lunch to who? To me. Oh God. to me, and in government legislation, and in like papers, and in archival work. SO means superseded or obsolete. Leave me alone. Most old games made us for of the old most old games made it the old screen types. That's also a huge thing that I remember I saw something, I don't know if it was a video or an article on it. I like the whole idea of like, yeah, there's some games where people will be like, wow, I remember that looking so good, and it's like, yeah, that's because it was built much like a lot of I know this more from movies than video games, but it was built around the types of TVs people had at the time. Like, it was built around the idea you would have a grain feed on your screen. Like, it would be a tube TV that would have grain. So that did some of the heavy lifting. For me, I know that a lot more for like television. You know, you can see. I think recently the most obvious aspect of that is there's a show called. I think it's maybe Cheers, or it was another show called like Dawson's Creek, I think was it, maybe. Anyway, these shows are have recently been put or not recently, but in their streaming formatting, like the streaming services just kind of like blow them up in size to fit in modern televisions, which because they have the master copy like footage, which means you can extend the frame, but it was shot not to to be the frame size it was. So it's like, you know, you see boom mics where like you wouldn't have originally, or it's like, yeah, you see that the actors aren't really in snow. That's clearly foam now, but you wouldn't notice if you didn't see their feet, which you shouldn't be able to see. Oh God. Yeah, they were made to look good on CRTs. Yeah, exactly. And so like there's games, a lot of pixelated games like that, where it's like, oh, I remember that looking better for some people. Like, yeah, well, that's because it did. Because if you put the grain on it, then yeah, it does look better. Really detailed pixel. Yeah, exactly. Like the Mario RPG. Yeah. Same wavelength, I tell you. Yeah, I'll throw that. It's why they look so junky on modern screens, like a MIDI sound. Yo. Also, I was recently at that punk market, and this one booth had old DS games. Yo. Did you pick any up? Did you go grab some? Were you like, oh boy? I feel like that article was somewhat disputed, not for every instance, but for some, which that's fair. Like I said, I don't know it as well for video games. I do know it is an issue with television, but that's kind of the same way that I have an issue with the fact that streaming services are like not just able to, but do make corrections to shows. For instance, like Game of Thrones Coffee Cup, or like that episode of The Mandalorian where like that one guy's arm and like jeans and watch were visible, and like they're fixed retroactively because people noticed it, and then they're like, ah, geez, forgot. And it's like, sure, it was never meant to be there, and it like does break the immersion of like the show. You know what I mean? Like it's like, yeah, sure. That clearly like takes you out of it for a second if you notice it, but those are like part of what makes filmmaking cool, and art, and like people making things for people. The imperfection of that existing is huge. It's important. It's like what people will later point to. That's how you get the people who fall in love with cult classics, where they're like, hey, did you notice that thing? Yeah, that wasn't meant to happen. Like in the background of, I think it's The Dark Knight, maybe there's like a sequence where somebody's brushing a broom, and if you look very clearly, that broom is not making contact with the ground. but you know, it's like, it was a mistake they should have cut that part of the frame slightly tighter, but they didn't, and it's like, yeah, that kind of a mistake is cool. It gives a sense of like, oh yeah, we really are just making things to entertain ourselves. Isn't that sweet, you know? Oh, that's cute. Tell me why Pokemon White for the DS is $130. King, I couldn't tell you for the life of me. I don't know why any Pokemon game costs more than any, like $5. I'm kidding. I've just never played though. It's just something I've never done. What is the streamer ranting about now? No, ranting? Yeah, fair, ranting. I'm talking about how media is able to be updated on the fly now in its digital formatting, and so that then I think creates a loss, because it's like, you know, sure, mistakes aren't meant to be there in the first place, but it's like the mistakes that of like, oh, the boom mic operator is visible in the reflection of that thing, or like, oh, you know, the extra is clearly holding a Starbucks coffee cup in this time period piece. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, but those mistakes are like fun. You know, it's fun to like be able to have these things and be able to point to like the humanity in the project, you know? If I can't see the eyes of the puppeteer for the Turtles in 1990s Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movies glaring horrifyingly through the mouth of the turtles, then I don't want it. Exactly. It's like, sometimes like any film that comes out at all, any movie, is a monument. Even the worst movie is a monumental thing. A movie getting made, like fully coming to be like completed and put out, crazy. Insane amounts of things had to occur for that to actually happen. So millions, that's not hyperbole. Millions of movies are killed in the cradle. You never even hear about them. So it's like the ones that get made are already like, you've won, you got your movie made. And so it's just this thing where it's like sometimes seeing the scrappier elements to it is cool. Like, you know, I think there's something to be said about prop design where it's like an actual prop artist being allowed to not have to like CG something together, but be able to be like, yeah, we have the old, you know, light holster from a camera, so we can use that as the hilt of the blade, and yeah, we'll get like some steam vents and we'll get some steam vent shooting, and we'll make that into like a coil. Yeah, it's just, and like, you know, you look at it and you're like, well, like if you look at it long enough, you're Star Wars. And I am referencing one of those objects from Star Wars. The other was from Indiana Jones. Okay. But it's like, yeah, there's something to be said about the scrappiness of a movie getting made, trying to just like make parts work. You know what I mean? Like trying to just make anything be believable. It's not sold by Nintendo. I'm hitting enter early on a lot today. Don't worry, I finished the message. Makes sense. Someone quick save Labyrinth before they fix David's pants. I don't think I've heard somebody refer. You mean David Bowie? I'm pretty sure. Like, I don't think I've ever heard anybody say David Bowie and like without the Bowie part. Just fix David's pants feels so like personal. It just feels so like, you know, like you know him personally, like just like, oh yeah, can somebody go help David? Like, oh, wait, you mean the villager, David? His pants look fine. His pants look fine. What do you mean? Never forget Blackout 2019. Do not watch this. Blackout 2019. What do you... Blackout 2019. The Blackout. After serviceman Oleg has a date with Elena, everywhere except for the area around Moscow and parts of Belarus, Ukraine, and Finland is plunged into darkness. The fate of billions is unknown, communications are down, and only a small number of people have survived in the area that becomes known as the Circle of Life. Huh? I mean, that sounds wild. My boyfriend comes home from war school soon. Oh my god. Canonically nap at David. I mean, what? Oh boy, guys, guess what time it is? What time? What time is it? What was personal was the fact the movie became 3D despite it being 2D because of setbacks. Hey man, you know, he was just having a good time. He was just hanging out. Oh boy, does he not know about David's pants? Def knows about Bowie's pants. Now what's this definitive decision here? What do you mean I definitely know about David Bowie's pants? You don't know what I do and don't know about David Bowie. You don't know what I do and don't know. What are you saying? I do know about it, but I have actually never seen Labyrinth, in fairness. So, I've heard of it. I think from like internet top 10 lists or whatever of just like things that scarred us as children. And I go, huh? I've never seen this. What are you talking about? Oh, this is made for, oh, okay. And they just talk about a bunch of things that I'm like, I don't know what that is. It was a very cheesy cliche movie with some terrible CGI. Also, the English dub was so desynced. It was actually awful. Honestly, I believe it. It looks like it would have a rough go of things, you know? Mello and Tyler and Polly are all partner posting in Melgang servers if my girlfriend doesn't actually live 2 hours away and I need to drive to see her, and Mello and Polly are sitting on each other's laps going, oh, I miss my partner. Oh. What is this absolute just like public shotgun blast and like just cannon off the bow, Master and Commander style, against like Mello, who I don't even think's in chat. It's just absolute ready, aim, fire. My god. Just, hey everyone, get a load of these guys doing the thing in the privacy of their own server. I miss my girlfriend. No, I get it. It's just very funny. I find it very amusing that like you just went, hey, wait a minute, I want that. You literally just became the Pedro Pascal, and you should know this too. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh. Also, they were doing it in chat last stream. That is true. That is true. I was I was somewhat distracted / they were doing it enough that I looked less and less at chat. Because I was like, well, these aren't for me, so I don't know. I don't need to read them. They're just messaging each other effectively in a communal forum. Where did I leave all that sand? I know I had sandstone. Oh, woe is me. I am a partner. My life is so hard. On God, Greg. On God is crazy. Oh my God. On God, I know that's right. Real. Oh my God. I think you should all just start streaming for 5 years and have a fictitious boyfriend in Minecraft. Oh God. What have I done? Oh God. That's what is it? Like 52 weeks in a year, 52 Fridays, 4 years in a row. I don't want to know. That's 200 plus. That's like 208 Fridays that I've not got out. Oh God. Dios mío. Now I have good news and bad news. Which do you want to hear first? Mayhaps the bad news, I guess. Oh my god. Nap, that sounds pathetic. Don't call me pathetic. Don't you dare. Hey, MJ, at least you can visit your partner. He's halfway across the country. Oh. You're married to Benjamin Franklin. So true. So true. Because you've never missed a single stream ever. I mean, if you include the nap weeks, I feel like it evens out. Because it's a week of 5 at a time. I think it evens out. The bad news is I might be getting laid off soon. Dude, that sucks. I'm so sorry to hear that, man. Quite genuinely, you busted your butt for that. Oh my god. That's actually, like, villainous. Dude, I am so sorry to hear that. The good news is, I'm going out for sushi tonight for my mom's birthday. Hey, well, happy birthday to your mom. And I hope the sushi's delectable. I hope it is good. Given you framed it as good news, I assume that also means you like sushi, which is great. God, I actually could really go for sushi right now. Now that you say it. Is the good news you won't be labor taking advantage anymore? Yeah, I mean, I guess also good news is you won't be absolutely being pile driven into the ground by a work team that doesn't seem to actually care. I gotta go now. I'll be back. We'll see. Bye, Chad. Bye, Canadian. Best of luck with the job hunt, then, King. Ben, I hope your mom has a good birthday. Bye. What do you mean, failed to load modular? I want to roleplay as Allie. Marvin the Martian over here. There was supposed to be a kaboom. What do you mean the modulator's not working? I was meant to be able to play as Allie. Oh god. At least I amuse me, you know. If nothing else. Oh, here's a bed. Okay, good. Oh, my friend was streaming the other day, and I got to be on it. Yo, so technically I did do my first stream. Yo, W, how'd you like it? Did you enjoy it? What'd you play? What'd you do? Were you just chatting? This boy did not just reference Marvin the Martian in the Big 25. oh, I can't make a I can't do a Family Guy-esque cutaway to Marvin the Martian now? What? Oh, next you're gonna say what? I can't be Roger Rabbit? I can't come out in the... Please! Ellie! You don't understand! Oh, God. People, I don't even know if people know who that is. I don't know. I have no gauge or frame of reference on if anyone knows who that even is. Oh god, lost my voice. It was peak. Oh my god, me when medieval times. I mean, what? I can send you clips, but you don't reply anymore. That is true, but that is not intentional. I promise. That is, I am bad at replying, and I have just a lot of my time, gang, if I'm not live, is spent helping out with some appointments and things, and it's just a lot's going on lately. But anyway, I apologize. I do mean to respond. I promise I do mean to respond. It is not a fair it's not a good excuse, but it is all that I have. Alas. Nap, why are you doing it with a life? What do you mean? What do you mean? You say that like having a life, like you can, the two things can be balanced. The Mountie Hatsune Miku needs you, Napoleon. I'm sorry. The Mountie Hatsune Miku? I need to know. I need to know. This is vital information. Oh, is that the Instagram? Yeah. Oh, see, that doesn't load for me. It's currently just spinning, and then it gives me the little Discord doo-doo symbol, and I go, oh, okay. Are you telling me it's an image of Hatsune Miku as like a mounted, like as the like the Royal Canadian Mounted Police Mountie, like the red shirt, like little hat guys? Formerly the Northwestern Mounted Police until their work in the Boer War. Well, the Second Boer War, I guess, really. And Crimea. But they got their royal title from the Second Boer War. Fun fact. I'm just joking about you being able to spend your time outside of the stream. Yo. Let's go. MJ said I can spend my time doing things outside the stream. Let's go. W. It's actually been a huge problem. It's do you know how many videos, how long videos my YouTube video creation pipeline absolutely throttled, and it just kills me. I really do want. Do you know how many videos I have wanting to make? Oh god. And then even beyond that, it's like the sheer amount of like things. Speaking of Minecraft, that I like for lore kind of things that I had planned to get done and like release and do, and it's Dios mío. It's a short. Watch the short. I will have to, so the thing is, and this is gonna sound a little paranoid, the thing is, when it comes to clicking links, particularly for social media ones, they tend to share who's been seeing the link that's been sent, or accounts involved with it. So I need to open it at a library. Instagram doesn't tell me that stuff. That's TikTok. I know that Instagram has rolled out betas for doing it. I just don't know if they've kept it. I have not been able to pay attention, but I'm back. Anyway, you have a break something at work in a brand new way that nobody has ever seen before? Well, gee willikers, I wonder what has caused you to be unable to pay attention for a little bit. I wonder what possibly could have occurred. At a library, well, that, or like there's cafes, or a handful of other locations that also allow like a VPN to still be utilized, and then you just open things there. And then it's opened on a network that's not connected to anything. You also, so like I have this really cruddy, like dumpster dove-in, like Lenovo laptop, and its greatest use is it basically belongs to a totally different person that in no capacity is connected to me. Because every account on it is for fake people. What part of paranoid don't you understand? What part of paranoia don't you understand? Okay, listen. You go back to starting streaming in 2021 and random people decide to try to find out where you live. You go back to that, okay? It'll shape you. Ooh, will it shape you? Oh, what a time to be alive. He's unraveling. My God. No, unraveling was when I unraveling is procuring for on the cheap numerous series of free and available long distance phone numbers to be able to use for with area codes of different nations in the world to be able to better utilize VPN pinging. That's unraveling. Never, I refuse to believe in 2021 that did this to you. I fully think it's stress in your choice of studies slowly becoming media. Wait, no, you're gay. We still have democracy. Never mind. Oh, yeah. Never, you okay? I'm grand. What do you mean? I just take internet safety seriously, you know? I just, I just take these things seriously. Is that a crime? Is it a meal? A regular Chinese meal? Get your hand off. Never mind. Can I not blast furnace this? Man. Do we have to add OCD to the list of things you don't have? Extreme paranoia. I don't have extreme paranoia. In other parts of my life, I'm not paranoid. Purely, it's just around, this. The internet's a spooky place, man. You don't know what kind of weirdos are on here. Some of them have even played, like, Chimps the movie, the game for Xbox 360. It's insane. All right. Space Chimp, so true, so true. You know what? You got me. I did say the wrong movie. You are correct. I know exactly what kind of weirdos are on here. They're all in Mello's Discord server. Well, that's just devastating. Is this? No. I found it for you on YouTube, Nap. On YouTube? The website of tubes with you? Yeah. I think there's a stone cutter over here. Bop, bop, bop. I've sent it in the DMs. And it has the play button. My God, it even won a play button? They even gave them the silver play button. My God. Which, speaking of, didn't realize that's for like a channel with 100,000 subs. I was like, oh. Because I got a notification from YouTube at one point that was like, you're on your way. And I was like, what? Excuse me? No, I think that was when we hit 20,000 subscribers or whatever. And then I was like, I guess it was meant to be like a motivational post. And then I went, this is spooky. Don't do that to me. Don't talk to me like this. YouTube, stay away from me. This is important as maybe plopping Mount the Hatsune Miku into the media channel. Oh my God. What? Why am I looking? What am I looking at? Why is Hatsune Miku in front of this image? What? don't like what I am seeing. Oh, for the first time in years. Hey, Eggman. Don't worry about it. Watch it. Oh my god. Let's see. Includes Mountie Miku is crazy. ACAB includes Mountie Miku is not a phrase I thought I would hear today. In no capacity, I didn't wake up this morning and be like, gee, you know what I'm probably gonna learn about later today? You know what I'm probably gonna learn? From a tiny Pikachu with a little what? Like a little feather in their cap? I'm so just had a heart attack because I heard a woman on Napstream. Oh my god. Well, also, what do you mean? What do you mean? Icy was on this stream this month. During this month, Icy was on stream. What do you mean? My god, you're gonna make them not want to come back and finish the game. You're gonna make them you're gonna make them stay away. They're gonna be like, yeah, Napaya, I don't know if I want to come back. Everybody says women aren't ever on your stream. It makes it seem they better. Just made a whole nice thumbnail for it. They will. Icy's just been had an injury that they've been dealing with, but I believe they are roughly fully healed now, approximately. But yeah. So we'll get to go back and see what's happening in that in the prisons and be like, hey, what's going on? Well, I guess actually they've escaped prison now. Crazy, because these two have like known each other for all of like that man was in prison for 48 hours. Like the other guy who you show up as, the one I'm playing. Like I was like, wait a minute, he's been here for like at max 48 hours and breaks out? Crazy work. Insane choice. What do you mean? Weakest prison imaginable. Edward, I gotta ask, how did you find out about Mountie Miku? Why is Hatsune Miku having a tie-in with Mounties? Like, is it like for recruitment? Is that meant to like? Am I just now learning? Poggers!
I am playing Tomodachi Life, and I need a fake birthday for your me.
I'll do. I need a fake birthday for your me. Fake birthday for my me? Well, what day is it today? It's September 22nd. How about September 22nd? That could be the me's fake birthday. And then today's its birthday, so you better get them a cake. Oh, it was for recruitment, I think. I mean, crazy still. Is it like, is the rest of Canada outside of none of it just like deeply obsessed with Hatsune Miku, and this is just news to me? Anyway, the images is a series of Hatsune Miku and modern painted scenes of the Royal Mounted Police violence around indigenous peoples. They are made to look in the romantic style because they wanted to the effect of historical painting. Ah, that makes sense. How about Napoleon's birthday instead of a boring day like you said? When was August 15th, 1769? Nice. Well, I knew Nap wouldn't reveal his B-Day for this me. True. It's true. You're not wrong. I like the original nap. What do you mean? What do you mean you like the original nap? Wait, what? What, like I've become a facade? I mean, we're a big country for anime. We have massively large East Asia communities across Canada. Wild. Just, it seems, I can't imagine, like, how'd they get them to agree to, like, do the collaboration? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Pop, pop, pop. Hello, Defont, my old friend. Huh? MJ, what do you say? Apparently it was a Japan-Canada celebration, and that was official art. Ah. Oh, I wonder if it has to do with the World's Fair. Maybe. There is a Canadian pavilion. Kind of looks like a glacier. Or like an iceberg, I guess. Seemed neat. It wasn't one I stopped at, but you know, it seemed neat when I was there. Which, speaking of World's Fair, super cool. I know I probably talked about it already. Such a cool place, cool experience. 11 out of 10, would definitely have gone again. Had a cool like big ring thing of like flowers and like skyline and stuff like that. It was great. I mean, the Miku beam seems like a pretty efficient method to incinerate criminals. You know, you're not wrong, actually. Wait a minute. They do have tasers as well, probably. Maybe those are just all, officially speaking, Miku beams, you know? I'm downloading fonts. I need inspiration for the Revival Week logo. I'm downloading fonts. It's just a very objectively fun, you know, just Revival Week. Make it like the chiller font, you know, make it like undead zombified, you know. It was at a Canadian Cities Japan festival. We have a few of those around. Makes sense. Oh, so it's not like an across Canada campaign going on currently. It's was purely at one place once. I will not make it zombified. Why not? It's revived. It's revived. Come on. Bro, why is my preferred food a slice of white bread? They enjoy a nice slice of white bread, you know? Nothing on it. Just plain white bread. Why not? Yeah, they go to Cedar Rapids method pandering. What do you say? Objectively. Listen. Objectively. Former First Lady and then Secretary of Defense Hillary Rodham Clinton turning the camera, or no, taking a video of like a what was it, like a drink holder for what I think was just like I don't even know if it was an open beverage. I think it was just like a placed product to say, I'm just chilling. Just chilling in Cedar Rapids. Cause Chiller, that was the most endearing thing that campaign did. Listen, I know that's not saying a lot, but like, that was peak. That was great. Nap, you should play jazz punk. I found something I like. Nap, play it. What is jazz punk? Similarly, maybe if people had just Pokemon gone to polls. Maybe if there were, you say that, but at the end of the day, there were people who played Pokemon Go all day and did not go vote in the 20s, in a very pivotal election, it would appear. So, you know, in hindsight, kind of a fair jab, kind of a fair, hey man, how about you actually lock in and you know, stop playing Pokemon for a second. How about you pay attention to the political climate of the nation for like just like an hour or two in the day. Just stop playing Pokemon Go for a second. It would appear that Americans did not realize that election was important. Well, this isn't even necessarily on like an American individual basis. I mean, I can tell you, like, just from a genuine political science perspective, there was no inherent reason to believe the 2016 election could become what it has become. There was a likelihood that it would not be good for a lot of people. But to the degree that it has been, is largely accepted to be surprising to an extent. Here's blankly in Canadian. I can name you 4 different Canadian political scientists that would back up that claim, King. I don't know what you like. That's not an American position. That's like an accepted element of like political science. It is what do you call it? Repenning history, which I'm blanking on the word for, to retroactively say that it was obviously an incredibly important election, because for the people of the time, it's like, yeah, little change seems to ever come from an election. You know, it's just this person or this person. Yeah, who cares? I'm not saying those people were correct, by the way. I'm saying, like, the people who felt that way, I still feel every election is important and has always been important. And I think, you know, the same people who let Gore v. Bush happen, or the same people who let Bush beat John Kerry, or the same people who, and so on and so forth. Like, so it is, it's one of those things where it's like, this was incredibly obvious to most people I knew. Listen, man, if you want to argue that you thought it'd be bad for the like country and bad for like most people who are people of color or people of you know, if people who are in marginalized communities to begin with, absolutely, easily it'd be bad. Most people expected like bad, like Bush. In fairness, Bush was pretty awful. Bush was a horrible president who was a war criminal and should be treated as such. It's why it was crazy that Liz Cheney was dragged out. You know what I mean? But like the idea that it'd be like, yeah, the Supreme Court's gonna be stacked in a way that's semi-irreversible, Roe v. Wade's gonna be overturned, like all these other things. I would say that to say that it was obvious would be, maybe I'm a doomsayer. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's like, it was in the realm of like, that would be a worst case scenario. Absolutely. If you want to say that like there were people who felt that could be where this goes, yeah, of course. But like to say it was like an obvious thing that like because when I'm speaking about this, I'm not speaking about my own personal opinion. I'm speaking about what is obvious in electorates, and electorates are weird. Most people are not well engaged to begin with, and even so, like what is or is not obvious varies. Additionally, because it's like what is or isn't rhetoric was relatively unknown because the man had never held a true position of power. So it was like what was or wasn't, again, this is all with the caveat that it was always a bad choice. It was, do not mistake me, that was always a that this will end badly choice. This will hurt people. This is a bad guy. That part, yes, I would agree with you, was obvious. The immense rise of fascism, well, a little less so. Korn has taken his required toll. Skulls for the Skull Throne? Dios mío. Jazzpunk is a comedy adventure set in an alternate reality Cold War world plagued with corporate espionage, cybercrime, and sentient martinis. Gameplay is inspired by spoof comedy films and cartoons of yesteryear with a focus on weird, exotic locales and open world style exploration. Ooh. Where's the jazz part come in? You kind of got me with the whole Cold War corporate espionage, cybercrime, but I'm still intrigued by the where the jazz part comes in. Read my thing. I just did. Blood for the blood god, skulls for the skulls grown, milk for the cornflakes. Based. Why couldn't they have just Pokemon gone to the polls? Oh, God. Bop, bop. Is very silly and may require a mature tag. I quite enjoy it. You quite enjoyed the mature tag. Okay. Stupid joke. Stupid bit. Oh, God. I've been stabbed? I'm sorry, huh? Literally or figuratively? There were a few calling things how they would eventually go, but most Americans didn't expect it to be the first few steps towards fascism, especially since, quite frankly, the initial steps to fascism are taught pretty hit or miss in the U.S. education when covering units like World War II. Yeah, and that in and of itself is actually a very interesting topic. I should say, by the way, if it feels at all to anybody that I'm being callous on the subject or dismissive of opinions or thought, that's not what I mean to be doing. I'm trying to say that I'm framing this from the perspective of like the large scale data and what that supports as the accepted academic view of things, which doesn't mean on an anecdotal personal basis, especially, and I don't mean this in a negative way, like if you were involved in one of the communities that would have been most targeted by such policies, it's going to be something like it is it's a well documented fact that most LGBT people, as well as a lot of groups in minority groups, are just a lot more like politically aware of things, of these kind of elements, and are then obviously going to know that these things will happen, you know, because they can see the writing on the wall, because things like this have been done to their communities before, and so it's a much more charged topic in that way, you know. But literally they gave a shirt and everything. What about getting stabbed? Naive research from Polysite. I'm not in any place to talk about it much. I'm not research. Yeah, well, I don't want to be dismissive, because I am a big proponent of the idea of, like, you know, academia is great, but it's not an end all be all. Like there's anecdotal evidence is still important. You know what I mean? It's still important, even if it's things where it's like, yeah, that maybe like isn't the large scale element of things, but it's important to know. And also it's like, yeah, there was, who was it? It is one of the prime ministers. I think it was Trudeau's dad who had a whole thing about this. There was, you know, for Canadians, of course, it'll always be a thing of wariness in any of these elections, because the comparison was it's being a mouse sleeping next to an elephant. You will feel every kick and twitch in the night. You know what I mean? It's like inevitably the impacts are heavy and what's the word I'm looking for? Emotionally charged, not the right word that I'm looking for, but they are heavy and can feel innately like acts of betrayal in the fact that it's like things that will affect a nation above that has been only an ally, and is often rightfully so feels dismissed often by the politics of its neighbor. That's an important. I'm speaking about this really trying to be removed from it, and I appreciate. So I do hope that I'm not sounding dismissive. Is all. Like I have anecdote from different country, but also most of my friends are the time online were LGBTQ plus Americans. So like, I guess we were kind of always new, but like not in a grand scheme, the crazy fashion, but like we do, it would be heavy right wing. Yeah, and that totally, yeah. I think it would absolutely be fair to say that it was very obvious this would be at least as bad as Dick Cheney, who was horrible. It is just where it is now is a lot worse. And so that element is the only element that is not quote unquote obvious. But, you know, in 50 plus years from now, depending on how anything shakes out, you may also see the same arguments that occur for World War II in Germany, where you have two schools of thought, or well, three, I guess, technically, which is intentionalism versus functionalism. Which is the whole idea of like, how did what happened happen? Was it always the intent of the people who rose to power from day one? Like, did the guy that rode down the escalator in New York Trump Tower actually intend for any of this? I mean, there's people in political scholarship that would argue he, at the time, didn't actually probably really even want to become president. That was his third quote unquote run. Normally he just did it to like boost ratings for himself and gain more public attention, and then disappeared again. That was the first time it just like panned out, you know what I mean, for him. Genuinely don't think he did it. He wanted fame. Yeah, exactly. And that's a thing where like a lot of people, like there are a lot of academics who would say, yeah, I don't think in that like at that point in time there was an intent. But as time went on, circles changed and so on and so forth. Also, I'm sorry, by the way, to anybody. Like, I don't mean to. I have a bad habit of being able to go on ad nauseum about anything politics because it interests me. It is something that I can feel removed from, which is a luxury not afforded to everybody. So we do not have to talk about this topic. This is if this is something that is ruining the chill experience of the Napoleon VII stream right now, we can absolutely move on. I figured it would, man. Like a short-lived revolution because he lost. It would, man, let a short revolution because oh, you mean the January 6th? Yeah, oh yeah, second time around. Like, listen, I would say if you mean the 2020 election, or sorry, the 2024 election of like, this will obviously be a bad thing. Oh yeah, that one, the writing was on the wall. That one, the most recent election is an absolute, like, no, this was told to you what would happen, and you did not just had to have your head in the sand, you had to actively choose. Like, to be like, no, I choose to not believe, you know what I mean? The only one that has any question around it would be for quote unquote obviousness is the 2016 one. And then that gets into a whole bunch of other elements, all very interesting, which gets into how electorates are informed, disenfranchisement of voters, what it feels like to be disenfranchised or to become apathetical, the apathy of democracy, yada, 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 and so on and so forth. In other news, in my D&D campaign, we're gonna end slavery, so that's cool. That's our that's the move. That's the money move we've been making now. We've somehow actually narratively turned into having consciences or whatever. I guess my guy Ashton's become a good person, I guess, much to my chagrin, you know, that I've kind of over the last year, as he's sobered up, has become more of a knight again and more of a like, okay, well, if I have all this power, I should probably use it for good. And that's where he's landed. Wait, Ashton had slaves? No. Ashton exists in the Underdark, which is a part of the world that still has the slave trade, not in the Atlantic slave trade way, but in the Duergar and Drow. Ashton was a slave briefly. That's how the campaign starts. We were all on the same slave ship because we all got caught. I got caught. Ashton got caught, the last of anybody, and thrown into shackles while he was escaping from. Well, I guess there's no pretty way of saying it other than escaping from cuckolding the bank owner, the owner of the banks. But anyway, that's a different story. Anyway, you know, he was their bodyguard. It's a long story. It was support Trump. Oh my god. That's the thing, is it's a crazy, like, if you just stop doing things, it's like, well, you know, yeah. Sure, in the way that, like, yeah, if there was no enactment of anything, then sure, the thing could have kept running, you know? Tend to enjoy takes on things because you bring things into convo, unlike some of my political friends who call me stupid and factually incorrect, where it's clear they did a quick Google search and let AI tell them that I was wrong without actually going into detail as to why. Yeah, and see, that's the thing, is I always want to know if it sounds like I am doing that, because I don't ever mean to that. I take for granted what I do and don't just like offhandedly know, or like the theory and basis of things. And as, like, you know, as I've learned more and more, so it's like I have a foundation that I just always try to be conscious of. Like, I need to be able to explain why I like the theory and why things are or why I feel things are the way that I see them through academia and so on. But yes, D&D talk. Let's honestly segue to this, please, dear God. That sounds good. That's the last I will say on that previous topic. Because yeah, D&D talk is super fun. I also have to plan for the players that I DM. I'm trying to work out how to a new encounter that should be fun, bit of a fun house type element, because they're gonna run into their dead friends. Super fun! It's an adult Oblex from Mordecai's Tome of Foes. It is a nasty little monster. And by little I mean it is a large ooze full of memory. It is a memory eater. So it actually, one of its abilities makes you lose memory, where it's like then you have to, like, if you fail that save once, you're now baned permanently. So you have a minus 1d4 to all ability checks and attacks. Because, like, yeah, you may be a fighter, but you forget basic training. Your memories for that are gone. You may be a wizard, but, you know, you forget your time at the academy. Like, it's like, oh. And then if you get hit again, though, it becomes a d6. And if you get hit again, though, or if you fail again, so each failure of the wisdom save, it becomes a d6, then a d8, then a d12, then a d20. And if it gets to d20, then you fall unconscious for an hour. It's not permanent. You can fix it with a spell, and or a long rest will restore your memory, so it's not permanently still in it, but it's such cool roleplay. You instantly get of, like, yeah, you don't remember who these people in your party are. Like, you're just here with some people. You don't know who any of these guys are. It's gnarly, but also kind of interesting, because also when it steals your memory, it fights you with little, it can make simulacrums out of the ooze that outside of a sulfuric smell you can't tell are not actually the people, that it looks through your memory to then bring. So it's a great DM trick to be able to pull backstory characters, to be able to then put these characters forward and be like, hey, it's your dead friend, or hey, it's your friend from whatever. And maybe it's weird that they're here, but like, it has all your memories of this person, so it's able to like fully create a simulacrum that's able to potentially lead the party astray. The only thing you can do is potentially perceive a very thin strand that can go for like almost a quarter of a mile of ooze of red, a thin strand of a red ooze slinks back along the floor to where the actual Obelix is. It's such a weird and cool monster. You know, because you actually go into the academics. Nap, do you sleep? You know, to sleep, perchance to dream, you know? Not as much as I should. which is not good. Sleep more. It's important. It's the most important meal of the day. Napier Me's so goofy, he left a note luring Queen Elizabeth to the roof with a fake mustache and glasses, asked her if she thought he was cool. Okay, but that's like in character. That just feels... Did you like train it? Is it like AI trained on my streams? That seems like a thing I would do. What do you mean? Also, yeah, first or second, Liz. That's a big change, actually, on if that's like grandmotherly Queen Elizabeth II or like I too command the wind, sir, like Kate Blanchett, like Queen Elizabeth I. God, what a great but historically inaccurate movie. But what a performance. Oh, Kate Blanchett, my beloved. She's so cool. I finally get to play my new Knowledge Cleric. Oh! After 2-month hiatus, and I already love him so much more than my last character. Yo! I don't know enough about Knowledge Clerics, man. So who's you got? Is it like a classic, like an Ioun type situation? Are they what race are they? Are they like is it a tiefling, dwarf, elf? I finally made it to Act 3, by the way, in Baldur's Gate. Brother, it came out 3 years ago. That's an act a year. That is an act a year, man. That's crazy. Oh, 167. Okay, perfect. Actually, it unhinged. Oh my god. I still haven't finished Skyrim. In fairness, that's Skyrim. Nobody. I feel like it was intended to never be finished. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You know, it's sad. I did actually. I ended up getting the like Expedition 33. I definitely can understand it. It's a cool game. I don't know. It's got some cool and interesting stuff, and I don't know why. But the one time that I tried playing it, I absolutely bounced off it, and I'm hopeful. I'm gonna try to go back to it at some point, but I don't know. I gave it a chance because normally I don't like turn-based, but I really liked Baldur's Gate. It's been 5 years. It's been, oh, you've been playing Skyrim for 5 years. Fair, but in fairness, I've been playing this Minecraft world for 4 years and I haven't beaten the dragon yet. So, you know. So the benchmarks are, you know, it's fine. It's fine. I've yet to restart a playthrough. Hey, save! This hardcore world is the benchmark. This is me. I've spent 4 years and not beat the dragon. My house isn't finished yet. Oh god. What a time to be alive. This is Napoleon the 7th community. Of course we slow burn games. It's in our blood. Kate Blanchett, my beloved. So true. Like, so true. She's electric in everything she's ever been. I adore her. She's such a good actress. Oh my god. Similar with Olivia Colman, I think. And then oh, there's a third and I'm blanking on her name. I can picture. All three are like just fantastic actors that I just love anything they're in. They're always like just committed. There are just so many quests. Honestly, you know what the best thing for Skyrim is? Speaking of D&D from earlier, Skyrim or The Witcher 3 are both games that I've just like randomly booted up to go find a random side quest. I'm like, yeah, I could make this into a D&D quest. Like, pure, like truly just like, yeah, all right, I need some extra quests for it to be just around. And brother, you get Helen Bonham Carter? No, Kathy Bates. That's Kathy Bates. That's who it is. She's fantastic. I adore her. I wish she was in more things. He's an Owlin cleric. That is sick, actually. That is awesome. Named Harkin of the Owl King's court, head of an Owlin village dedicated to the owl god of knowledge, Arthenian. And the tenants of the court have been calling out for a fashion, except he still maintains them fastly, basically because he's autistic as hell and loves to share his knowledge. That's so fun. That's awesome. Wait, that sounds like such a cool character. I feel like he could go in so many directions. What did I come here for? Oh, I was going to smelt some more sand into sandstone into smooth sandstone. That's what I was gonna do. Bah. Oh, Helen Bonham Carter though is a great choice. Truly, like she is also really good. I can't think of a time that I felt like she phoned in a performance. But nah, man, I don't know. Kathy Bates, absolute titan for me. Like, just like, she's so cool. She's so awesome. Just never a bad performance, I don't think. No. The one thing I do need to consider with the adult obliques is a thing, and this is going to be a little inside baseball, so I do apologize, but it's I've been mulling over repeatedly because it is a cool monster to begin with, but with the memory thing, it is already a sizable disadvantage. But then I do just love the idea, because of the Vancian magic system that exists in D&D, which if you don't know what that is, I can explain that in a second. But because of that system, I'm kind of like, man, maybe I want them to forget what's like make them roll, and just once. It would only be a one spell. I'd make them roll to be like to figure out what slot. Then I'd get them to hand me their sheet, and then I'd pick one. And I wouldn't pick a good one. I would pick one. It's mostly to spook them. It's not to actually try to truly impede the player. It's more to like spook the player. Be like, oh, we need this thing dead now. I really want to take away one of their prepared spells. I mean, they could prepare it again that night. It's not that they forget the spell entirely. It's just like, yeah, you're gonna long rest probably in the next little while anyway. Yeah, I kind of want to take away one prepare, and it would be nothing important. It would be like fairy fire or something. But then I'm like, but is that fair? Is that fair? But the reason I want to do it is so like D&D is based on a Vancian magic system, which is basically all that means is Jack Vance, the author, and his fantasy book series is where D&D gets its style of magic system, and why its magic is kind of weird, because the whole idea of in Vance's world is, magic is words of power that you commit to memory, and this is how it worked originally in D&D. You would have to prepare each spell at each level. Like, you would have to be like, ooh, I think I'm going to want to cast a third level fireball 3 times and 1 4th level at least once. So you need to prepare fireball as 4 of your spells. Like, you're preparing that 4 times, because you contain it in you, and then you release it by speaking the words, and then in doing so, it leaves your mind and is no longer prepared, but it leaves your mind because the word of power is leaving. And so, like, it's this weird esoteric kind of style of like magic that's very interesting, because it's like, oh wow, it is now not just a limited resource, but like limited to like, oh, did I prepare enough castings of that for the day? Whereas what they've done now, which is cleaner by 5th edition, which was to say you have slots, and your prepared spells, you can cast any number of slots that you have at that level or higher, you can use to cast that, which for a game is probably the better way to go. Pathfinder, I think, does still use the Vancian magic system of like, no, you need to prepare like 6, like you choose each day, like, oh, I want to prepare 6 castings of shield because I think that's going to be important. I think I'm gonna need a lot of shields today, you know? Take away fairy fire and just give them a boss that goes invisible for funsies. Oh, you're evil. Oh, you're a villain. I get it. I was worried about being sick and twisted, and you just came in, so it just like, and then honestly, just obliterate them. Just really get at them. My god, that's criminal. And he's been sent by the court just to kind of Invader Zim him away to investigate the mysterious disappearance of owls, which is following the party because we have a joke that every time our ranger rolls a 1, he kills an owl, but Hargan is fast friends with everyone he meets, especially the ranger who is a drow, so he never realized the ranger is killing owls. Why? Because he's a drow? Does he not? Wait, I'm confused. Because he's a drow, he doesn't realize? Either way, that's awesome. I take pleasure in those who are displeasured. That, you know what? I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna comment. I'm not gonna. No comment. No comment. Whatever whatever your proclivities, that's. Hey man, oh god. But no, it is something that I'm like, that I feel, or even making them, maybe I would lock that behind, like I'd make it do its normal, because it is a punishing thing already. You fail to save and get the D4. But that could be gone on a short rest. But it is, so maybe I would have casters have to like roll a percentile, and then that would determine it, because it kind of feels, it's like, especially with the way you're meant to memorize spells to be able to do them, it's like, so the memory monster ate your memory and you still remember the fancy spells you have to commit to memory every day, you know? Yeah, so the ranger is a drow and plays him like a drow, so nobody else in the party really likes him. It's crazy. But Harkon likes him. Likes everyone. Based Harkon. That like, I mean this so genuinely, that sounds like such a sick character. It's such a fun, like, basis already. Just to have the whole, like, pursuit of knowledge and other things. It's just like, I like everyone. You know, fast friend characters are so much more interesting to me than the standoffish trope. I'd maybe make it so maybe the memory monster partially ate if it had in a mid saving throw, so you don't have a disadvantage to casting the spell instead of losing it fully. That could work. Well, but see, and I guess, like, and the reason it's not terrible, because it's not making them lose the spell. The reason that I'm even beginning to thinking of it as like a semi-okay thing is because I'm like, well, once they rest, they will be able to re-prepare the spell, and I will know, as the DM, I will have an idea of if a spell's actually going to be punishing to lose or not. And then sink them with the invisible boss. You're a mean man. Your invisible boss is crazy. And every time he sees the ranger kill an owl, he's like, "Ye gods, another fallen victim! My friend, I believe I have reached the conclusion. You must be charmed. That's it. We must break your spell." Oh my god. Egads has sold me. It's a different explanation every single time. Based. Oh my god. What ho! Oh, my good fellow, you'll never believe what just happened. Another owl has formed around near you. Oh, some curse must be afflicting you. Oh god. Oh, can you believe the wind carried your arrow there? Oh my god. Clearly you were testing out something entirely different. I think I'm not cut out to be a DM. Just straight to Spotify audiobook author. No, I think everybody's got it in them. I think it's just finding the right rhythm. And also, it depends on the group. There are groups that would absolutely be down for that, like to have it be really harsh and punishing. My group's like halfway towards that, and so that's why it's like I would feel kind of all right throwing this out. They're also in a place where they're just in a house of horrors right now. Everything they're fighting is just the worst. And I'm already gonna be throwing their dead friends at them. So, you know, what's a little salt in the wound, you know? Actually, my plan is specifically that the monster's gonna pull three. They're gonna make three. They're gonna make three characters for them to see. Two of which are going to be characters that they definitely know are dead and have died in front of them. And then the third, who's their friend, who, so far as they know, he's fine. He's alive and well. Because I think that's more because then it like, even if it's subconsciously, it's like, wait, these two were dead. Wait, why were they? Wait, and I think I'm even gonna have that character like voice a warning to them, just in like a spooky way, just for them to be like, wait, is he dead? Did he die somewhere else and we just didn't know? Because they won't know what they're fighting off the bat. They will see these three people and just think it's some like omen of some sort, and I think that's so fun. Just to have it be like, wait a second. I think a fun dynamic would be a secret villain on the team, and that's why things are getting worse, but they don't realize it for a while. Oh, yeah. See, that's the thing, is that is absolutely kind of like part of the element of what you can do with it, especially if you have an NPC with that party. Man, do you have them take watch? Man, do you have them take watch one long rest, and then you have this, like, you have them wake up and he's still there and he's still chill, and it's actually the simulacrum, and your friend is currently cocooned somewheres by this ooze. Because it doesn't really kill the people. It loves to steal your memories forever, so it puts you into cocoons after it defeats you. So it's like, man, awesome. That is a really fun monster just off the bat. There's so many crazy things in like some of the books, like Mordenkainen's. Waluigi and Matt Wii Sports had a fight. Who the hell's Matt? Matt Pat? What do you mean? Like the Zygons. Yes, I think. One second, let me double check if I'm thinking of the right thing when I. Yes, yes, actually, yes, like the Zygons, yes, from Doctor Who, yes. I was like, I feel like I know what you're talking about, but I couldn't picture what they were from. Let me in. I mean, you could just, the people could go in a coma in real life too, man, you know? And I've been here the whole time. Nerdaloo, you're the one who brought up Zygons. What do you mean? You can't call me a nerd for understanding the thing you referenced. Devious. Okay, well, when you say it like that, it sounds like I'm lying, but I have. See, either option is possible and equally kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie. Both the option of MJ like just getting back and be like, I've been here the whole time, I promise. Yes, is funny, but also as funny as just equally being MJ being like, this conversation has bored me, but I am here. That's why you talked when Invader Zim was brought up. That is actually genuinely one of the few times where I was like, man, MJ must not be here, because they didn't say anything when Invader Zim got brought up. I've been making thumbnails that have had 0 input. No, I'm not clouded on you. I'm not clouded. I know. Nuclear greenhouse. Yeah, it's beautiful. What do you mean? It's my beautiful little greenhouse. I guess it's actually quite big, but. I nearly tapped it when Invader Zim got mentioned. Man. I'm glad I was right. I'm glad that I clocked that of actually being like, man, it seems somewhat like MJ. That's Invader Zim got mentioned and no MJ pipe up. Oh. Hope they're feeling all right. I just need 1 piece of iron, which I don't have here, I guess. I'm making sheep cutouts for a treasure hunt for the freshers this year. Yeah, are sheep cutouts like the classic look, or or like specifically just like you're like, I think it should be a sheep cutout? I shall tear this abomination block by block till only cinders remain. Abomination is beautiful. What do you? I like it. I think it's neat. I think it's got character, you know? Y'all are just haters. All y'all are just a bunch of haters. And you refuse to admit that it's cool when it clearly is. Deleted. It's neon green and neon green's great. What? Oh, we hate neon green now? That's what we're doing now? We're filled with hatred over neon green? I was making the Revival Week logo and I'm using a new program since I lost my Photoshop license, so my workflow is slow when I'm making thumbnails for games, the Zelda ones yet. I'm making thumbnails for games I haven't made in years. Oh, I haven't even made the Zelda ones yet. That's what it is. I read those out of order. Fair. Don't push yourself working on too hard. They don't have to be some perfect thing, you know. This had better be something that you're still like doing out of enjoyment, and not as like a gee whiz, Nap as a gun to my head. Oh jeez. Oh gang, Nap's physically in the room, gun to my head. Such a warrior? Of course I am! I feel bad! You make really cool thumbnails and I feel bad. There we go. Okay, yes. Nap's in the room with me and we aren't playing Portal! Yeah, I mean, you were too locked in. I even came in. I said, MJ, please, let's play Portal. Boot it up right now, MJ. And it was crazy because MJ just said, no, I refuse. Avant. And I said, what? Did you just say Avant? What is this? The year 6? It's like, I like the green. I think it looks cool. It's a greenhouse. I think it looks nice. I think it looks nice. It looks snappy. Bop. Bop, bop. Bop, bop. Bop. My me thinks the autism creatures like it. Yeah, sure, this might as well happen. Oh my god. It's a comic green and It's a lovely color. It's fantastic. It's lovely. It's beautiful. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. It's the day that I lost you. Bop. Oh, I need to go get the rest of the smelted stone. I need to go get the rest of the smelted stone. Ha ha ho ho hee hee. They're off to the funny farm with me. Meow. It could be any color. The glass could even be frosted. It just had to hold heat. True. True. It just has to be able to make things botanical or whatever. Tomodachi life homophobic. My knees can't be gay. No! No! Why? Bop, bop. Maybe I'll pair it with some gibbering mouthers. That's probably a good idea. I think I want them to like know they're on the floor with the Obelix by like making everything kind of take on like an unreal quality. Like it doesn't normally have this ability, but an adult Obelix is pretty, it's getting pretty potent, you know? And so I think because they're in a keep right now, and I think I want it to be like a relatively untouched area of the keep, and they'll get there and everything kind of feels like unreal in a way that's very much like a like, oh, you go to like the books and all the spines, while they have words, they all look scribbled like by a child. You open them up, all blank pages. But but it's not truly the case. It's messing with their mind. I do like that idea, that it's like you're not seeing what's truly happening, and you're not engaging with the world as it really is, you know? I'm a BRB, but in the meantime, give Ashton my love. Will do. Unless the time period we're in has UV lamps. Maybe. Who's to say? That's what sea lanterns are. I don't know, man. Frogs eat magma cubes and make light. What do you know? It's a weird time for everything like that. Androids are the LED lights of Minecraft world. Crazy statement. This is honestly one of my biggest points of contention for the new Tamagotchi life, if you can be gay in it or not. But has Nintendo allowed gay people to exist in the last 10 years? Have they? Surely? Maybe? Who's to say? I have no idea. I don't know what game would have it. I mean, in fairness, they won't even allow like Mario to be in a relationship with Peach. They've confirmed recently, it was this year, like a month or two ago, they were like, no, not canon. Which is insane. It is an insane thing. They just refuse romance in general. Wild Automod let that happen. I mean, maybe it just trusted you. Maybe it was like, I'm sure Edward knows what he's doing. Surely Edward wouldn't say it if it was not something that could be said. You know, that's just how Automod feels. So it's a question of if the new one will allow it. Have they announced a new one? And I missed that? feel like I've taken the long way to get back to that area. I should have absolutely not come this way. But I can at least check if there's any extra. There's no. Yeah, they announced a new one and a new Rhythm Heaven. Oh yeah, there was a Nintendo Direct recently. I wasn't able to watch it. Link and Zelda have been resurrected. That Perry 1000 Years song would apply yet. Huh? Link and Zelda have been resurrected. What do you mean they've been resurrected? Were they dead? Were they canonically dead somewheres? Did I leave any? No. It's so sad I'm not gonna get to play them because Switch 2. Ooh. Fair. That's how I feel about the Donkey Kong game. It looks very fun, but God, am I not financially able to get a Switch 2? That's how I feel about Ghost of Yotei right now, because it's gonna come out and then it's the, oh God, and it's such a, oh, and I don't have a PS5, and there's no way I'm buying a PS5 for one game. Oh, but it's got the nicest looking, tie-in special edition PS5 console. I have never once in my life cared about a specialty console. I have never once looked at a specialty console and been like, ooh-wee, let me buy that. Because I don't like specialty consoles particularly, you know? I'm like kind of whatever on the idea of it being a collector's thing. It's just not really for me. But this one, they used the Wabi Sabi tradition with like the gold that attaches cracks, and I'm like, oh, it looks so cool. PC, it's not coming for it. It's not coming out for, I mean, I'm sure it eventually will. I don't believe they've confirmed the date at all. But yeah, they've not announced it for PC. I assume at least a year will go by, and then maybe they will get a PC port, but it might be longer. I mean, Ghost of Tsushima took 4 years before a PC port came out. And even that wasn't guaranteed. That came out of relatively nowhere. Let's find out. Ghost of Yotei PC. Not available PC at launch. Yeah, no word as of currently for whether or not there will be a PC incarnate of it. I assume there will be. I'll have to buy a special edition PS5 just to spite you. Why? Dear Lord. Donnie was like, well, now I'm gonna just do this out of spite. An image shows up to the media channel of the Discord. It's just Donnie Human with 2 of them. Just like, I just had to stunt. I just really had to flex. Not to play or resell, just to hold on to and forget about. Insane. Insane choice. Genuinely unhinged. They really are pretty though. If you're looking up, you'll see what I mean. There's I don't care about the black and white version, but the white and gold one. Ooh, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. It looks so nice. But alas, can't win them all. But also, it's like there's no shot I'm buying a console to play one game. Like, sure, I guess I could also play Astrobot then, but it's like, okay. I think those are the only 2 games that are exclusive to PS5 that I would like care about. Kitsugune look is nice. I know, right? I assume that means you've got to look at it. It looks so cool. Oh, it's clean. It's clean. Nap, get a regular PS5 and smash it. I'll put it back together. Oh my god. With like gold melted crayon. With gold melted crayon is awesome. PS5 had no games. It's got no games. So true. So true. I don't know if that is true or not. Hey guys, it's me, Yo Ali. No, like I kind of actually have to assume that is Ali, just because MJ couldn't log in earlier, but maybe it's not. Gold, hot glue even. Kind of based. In fairness, they do actually, if I were to just get a regular PS5, I guess, they do sell the side plates for it. It seems so. Like I guess you could just do that, which is kind of a cool way to make it that you can like not have to like buy a bunch of consoles. You can cycle out the consoles you have. That's the one thing I think. Yeah. Hey guys, it is me, MJ1343. Huh? PS5 has games. It's just Xbox also has their games, and PC for the most part. I don't think like. Let's find out. What games are only on console? Yeah, I don't care about most of these. My favorite pizza is Little Caesars. I hunger. Whoa, that was weird. Anyway. The newest Xbox ships with Steam support. True. Well, like, I mean, in general, I just don't really... I don't have either. I don't have an Xbox or a PlayStation 5. Because... I have a PS4 and an Xbox One, but those I acquired. The PS4 I got like when COVID started because I broke and went, you know what, whatever, fine, I'll do this. I need something. But I really, it's mostly just, it was to get exclusives that only at the time because there was no belief at the time that God of War or Ghost of Tsushima or Spider-Man were ever coming to PC. They all have now though. PlayStation opened the floodgates for that, because otherwise, yeah, I'm like MJ. I have a computer. Otherwise, yeah, I got an Xbox at a yard sale, and then I got a PS5 or PS4 after the PS5 came out, so it was cheaper. Bloodborne and Astrobot. Those are it, I guess. And is Bloodborne isn't even on PS5, is it? I have an Xbox One with 5 terabyte memory. I didn't know that it was made with 5 terabyte memory. My mom got rid of her PS2. My heart's broken. Understandably. What do you mean she got rid of it? That's crazy. Brother, that's even, it's at least worth some scratch. My god, they physically don't make them anymore. Insane choice. Oh, I need to cart. That's what it is. I was trying to recall how to make a thing. Different type of sandstone block. Sandstone's one of the weirdest blocks in Minecraft. It really is like a little unintuitive how to get each version almost of like, hey, yeah, it's right. I need to make sand into sandstone and then put that into a cutter, like into a stone cutter, or I need to smelt it to get the smooth. But you know what I mean? No, it's PS4. That's how basically it is. Oh no. We had a 3D Pac-Man game for that second. No! I have a Wii. Based. I have a Wii as well. Girlfriend's brother wants to come over to our house just to use our Kinect to play the side Han Solo dance minigame on Star Wars and Kinect. That's based. That's the coolest person ever. What do you mean? Our Xbox doesn't work? Oh, devastated. It was a great investment entirely because I didn't have a PS4. Makes sense. Makes sense. True. True. It is crazy. I don't know what it is. Like, what? Like, it's crazy because like that game cycle is almost over. Like that. When you think about it, like they're going to be. I mean, they've even announced it already. But like they're going to be going PlayStation 6 probably in the next 3 years. So like, insane how few games PlayStation has actually made that are like just PlayStation games. Bugs Bunny Lost in Time. I have never heard of that, and it sounds amazing. Her brother is so interesting. Something is wrong in his brain, and he's really funny. Hey, man, at least he's funny. That's, hey, you know, comedy is great. It was amazing. You'd have loved it. Oh, I know you're right. Is the thing. I'm like, yeah, man, I would. It would be great. It would be sick and awesome. What? He was so obsessed with Plants vs. Zombie as a kid, his feet started getting stuck facing inwards as he pretended to be a zombie. What do you mean? Plot: the game stars as Looney Tunes character Bugs Bunny, who finds and activates a time travel machine, mistaking it for a carrot juice dispenser. After taking a wrong turn at Albuquerque instead of Zemo Beach, he ends up in nowhere, home of a sorcerer. Jesus Christ! I was reading. Home of a sorcerer, Merlin Monroe. That's amazing. Merlin then informs Bugs that he's lost in time and he must travel through 5 different eras of time in order to collect clock symbols and golden carrots, which will allow him to return to the present. Oh my god, Merlin Monroe. I know, that's a great name. Merlin Monroe. Based. Great name. Absolutely stellar. Okay, yeah, I should be good for that. Oh, also, not to drag this all back to D&D again, I was gonna say, to follow up for any of the very few who may have been interested in the crystal hand item that I talked about before, that I'm going to be gifted out to my players. That is what is going to be being protected by the Obelix. Not intentionally protected. It's just it is attracted to the memory energy coming off of that hand item, because it is full of data sets of memories of ancient times, and so that's why it's there, and so that's going to be their reward. So I don't mind making it a hard, difficult fight. You know. I didn't cut the stone. See if I can find a playthrough of it on YouTube. My god. Oh, but I really want to. The man with the glass hand. Perhaps similar. Do you mean the old? Oh god, I'm blanking. Not Twilight Zone. The man with the glass hand, like that. What was that old sci-fi show called? It's from like 1960 something, or like late 50s. Yeah, exactly. It is based off of that. It is entirely like that glass hand. I mean, it's the gemstone. It's the hand of a gemstone dragon that is shrunk down to be able to be usable by people. But yeah, and it's missing its fingers, so they got it like that so you can go collect more. You know, the whole which was in that same show where it had the whole idea of like it could explain some things, but then but if you ask questions it didn't know, it would say, you know, I am incomplete. I could help you better if I were complete. More robotic than that, but I can't get my voice to be there right now because it's becoming a little shot as we go. I wonder if I can find a clip of that actually. The Outer Limits, that's what it was called. Demon with a Glass Hand, that is what it was called. That's what it was. Yes. Yes, I found a clip. My God. I'm just gonna pause that for a second.
Who are they? Hand told me what to do.
It's literally this old,
Who are they?
this old black and white show.
Insufficient on question 2. Who are they? Random collation of possibilities. Question 1. What can I do in order of factors of success are as follows. A. Each pursuer wears a gold medallion. Remove these medallions.
That like kind of weird voice is exactly what I love about it. Just the like robotic sound doing all and everything like that. I would show the clip, but I do think it'll be DMCA. So I'm intentionally avoided it. But man, I really think it's a cool idea. I'm like, man, what a great way to get a like Lord delivery device. You know what I mean? Strange. I don't know if you can hear that. I don't know where if you can hear actually. I don't know if you can hear. I can't hear. You know, why can I not hear right now? Can you hear? It says it's picking up audio. We can hear music. Interesting. Why is the audio ended on my end? I hear all! You hear all? Oh, wow, is that? Okie dokie, for real, alert. Nice. Audio driver failure. Oh, that's not good. Wait, that looks like a crash report. It should still. Oh, well, now it's not reading music. Okay. Wait, no, now the audio is not coming through, it seems at all. Well, that doesn't, no, that should still do something. The glass hand, it got you. Oh my God. Well, I don't think it's necessarily the glass hand. I think it's probably something to do with maybe the driver. I don't know. It seems almost like the driver's doing it. Why would the audio driver be falling though? It seems like the audio drivers maybe. It's strange. That kind of seems like it's wigged out. That's probably not good. Uh-oh. That seems like it's got no problems. It seems like you're about to disappear. No, I don't think I'm about to disappear. If I'm about to disappear, probably get a worse message than what I've got. That doesn't make sense. He's getting sucked into the Twilight Zone. No, please. Wait a second. What is going on here? Your mic is stuttering. Oh, it shouldn't be. Sense why that would be doing that. Oh, that's not good at all. Ah. Why is that wigging out like that? How's your storage management? You know, it should be fine. Oh. Okay. That seems to have fixed some elements. Shh. Let's see. Kernel power error. Oh, that's not good. Kernel power error. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. What would be a kernel power error? Oh god, I hate colonial powers. No kernel. Not coronal. That's probably bad. Oh well, no. The stream deck is locked up. Oh. Okay. Okay. Wait. Did that clinch up? Did that fix? I think. Okay, sounds kind of back. That's a weird error. Oh, that's not good. Why is the CPU jumping that high? Now maybe we take this one early. This is really early to be taking it. I don't know. Is the audio? Let's see. Is audio coming through on the stream? I don't know. Is the audio? Let's see. Okay, that sounds like it is. Yeah, that's coming through. That's coming through. His apartment building is about to explode. No. My apartment building is. Who said I'm in an apartment? Maybe I'm in a freestanding. I'm freestanding. Manor house. How do you know? Who said anything about apartments? Okay, it flagged once, but nothing really came from it. I think good. The PC's breaking itself. True, but I don't really want. You're probably right. I'm gonna go look at that crash report. All right, that's probably the safer option. I should probably see what that's doing so that it doesn't absolutely melt itself and I don't face issues with the hardcore world exploding. Because I think I would lose my mind if I lost X many years of a hardcore world. Mind you, I have a backup somewhere, but still. Next time. So true. Well, gang, I must apologize. I don't know what is currently occurring. I went to show one. I was showing one little clip about a little 1950s black and white TV serial that's like the sci-fi version of Twilight Zone. I'm not sure how that created this issue. But alas, if your PC explodes, you can join the club and play on Switch with Tyler and Mello. Oh my god. The well, gang. I hope. Oh wait, what's it? Oh, I think. Oh, it might be an Nvidia thing. Okay. Well, gang, thanks so much for coming out. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your evening. I'm sorry for cutting this so short. I will see you at the very latest Friday, maybe a little earlier. Who knows? I'll be active in the Discord, obviously, as always. And I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your evening, fantastic rest of your week. And I'll see you next time. Budget. Budget. Budget.